Alright guys, we are going deep with the Suros loadout, and if you're confused, or basically the good bone structure, and actually all legendary slug shotguns are Suros weapons. So I thought it'd be cool to pair one up with the Suros regime. Obviously the Suros regime is currently one of the best guns in the game, 600 RPM auto rifles reigning supreme, and the Suros slug Shotty good bone structure as well, 3003 kills racked up on this thing. You can see my roll here, quick draw snapshot. Really nice weapon, and I just thought it would be nice to pair the Suros with the Suros shotgun, you know. So some of you might not be aware that the Suros slug shotties are in fact Suros weapons, but yeah, I've already told you guys that, so I'm kind of repeating myself at this point. But yeah, we went into a game on Burnout. I was rocking the June Marcher setup. Obviously, if you guys are interested in my June Marcher build, we did a video on that the other day, so you can go see that. You see right now I'm absolutely one shot, but we managed to live hiding in the corner like a coward. Now we're pushing in. Linear actuators is doing some work. If I can just kill that guy, that would be great. And there you go, that's a nice little triple to get the game underway. Now this combination of weapons, it's got some decent synergy. Obviously the shotgun is very lightweight, very snappy and responsive. However, it is a precision weapon. Suros regime most certainly is not a precision weapon. And honestly, I've got to say, like, I'm not the best with the Suros regime. I barely ever use the weapon. And if you could really master spinning up and the pre-fire for spinning up, this gun is just beyond deadly. Oof, I just got absolutely mapped by that shotgun. But yeah, the Suros is so deadly. It's one of the fastest killing weapons in the game. But me personally, I don't really like the need to master that pre-fire. You know, the pre-fire is a little bit tricky. And you know, you've got to give it some credit. Like, it's not hard to use. I'm not saying Suros regime is hard to use, but with the spinning up thing, you've got a little element of, you know, you need to master this setup before you you know, can really start farming. I got a nice double there. Oh, linear. Oh, dude, if I'd have killed that guy with the melee, then the fourth guy would have been weak. Could have got a team wipe there. That could have been nice. That was unfortunate. A little bit hasty. I do get a bit hasty sometimes when I'm using June Marchers and a shotgun, because I just want to go in there and punch someone and then watch everybody else get electrocuted, you know. It's kind of just how it is. And there you can see the spinning up, making that a very easy double. It's so nasty, man. It is so nasty. Personally, from this auto rifle meta, I would like to get your thoughts on it, guys. How are you feeling about the auto rifle meta? Honestly, last season, apart from hard light, I didn't really mind it last season. By the way, Suros regime with weapons of light, bit of a problem. By the way, you should watch out. You should really stay away. Spinning up plus weapons of light, really disgusting. But yeah, for me, the auto rifle meta is starting to get a little bit old for me now. I personally don't really get much satisfaction out of using autos. I did obviously use Gnawing Hunger quite a lot. But those of you who've been following my channel, you guys probably know I was using Gnawing Hunger before 600 RPM auto rifles got buffed. Oh, the super's coming in, and I gave him a little present. Oh, a nice little 10 kill streak now. Not too bad, not too bad. So yeah, I used a lot of Gnawing Hunger, but I'm kind of starting to get tired of it. However, I do play on controller, and whilst I do pretty decent using the Darkest Before pulse rifle against autos, if I try to rock a hand cannon in a full lobby of Gnawing Hungers, like, it's tough, man. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I think hand cannons, especially energy hand cannons on controller, are not that great. The best one would probably be Not Forgotten, and Not Forgotten's range is just not what it used to be, man. It's really underwhelming. Oh, nice rocket. Compared to something like a Spare Rations or a Rangefinder Dire Promise, where you're constantly being, you know, outranged. Basically, they can 3-tap you when you can't 3-tap them, and then obviously that bleeds into its effectiveness against auto rifles as well. It's tough. Obviously, hand cannons have some intrinsic, you know, benefits over an auto rifle, namely much superior in-air accuracy, the ability to peek shoot behind cover, which is huge. I think that really does not get mentioned enough when people talk about hand cannons. There's a reason why so many people use hand cannons, and one of the reasons is obviously being able to peek shoot, and that is such a huge thing. There's so much cover in most maps, and being able to deny the auto rifle the time and space to melt you is you know, very powerful. And then obviously when you're jumping around in the air, being able to hit shots doing high damage per bullet, hand cannons have a lot going for them. But for me personally, particularly 140 RPMs they definitely need some love. And my other concern about this meta is that, you know, it looks like we're going to be stuck in this meta until November. And I can promise you, by the time September comes around, October comes around, people are going to be really, you know, kind of done with this. I feel they're going to be kind of over this meta. Even people who are enjoying it right now. Oh, I got shot to the wall. Even people who are enjoying this right now will probably start to get tired of it, because auto rifles, you know, they just don't have enough feedback. That's one of the reasons why I like Gnawing Hunger. The way the weapon sounds and feels, it just feels like a bit of a beast, you know? And most ARs don't have that. Obviously, Suros Regime is a classic weapon. This weapon was incredibly dominant, even in Destiny 1. Back in the very first PvP meta that we had in Destiny 1, Suros Regime was the strongest weapon. However, it was different though. The dual speed receiver was the only way that the weapon worked, i.e. that slow firing, high damage. But man, it was absolutely nasty. I think he did like 45 to the head back in the days. So, you know, Suros Regime is a classic weapon. Got to give it respect, you know? It's one of those iconic Destiny 1 guns. But, you know, things like Gnawing Hunger and Mountaintop, they are not iconic. Okay, they are really not iconic. They are not iconic. I repeat, if you use a Mountaintop, your breath stinks. Now, I'm just kidding, man, but kind of not kidding, but sort of, but maybe, I don't know. Listen, the point is, guys, try out some different loadouts, you know? So yeah, I'm using Suros Regime, but I'm using the Suros Slug Shotty as well. You know, we're trying to mix things up. We're trying to find ways to enjoy the game. I know this is a random commentary where I'm not necessarily 100% focused on what's happening in the game, but I think we're doing decently well. Not my best game, dying probably way more than I would like for like a match where I would completely focus on the commentary. But I do think we dropped like a 40 or 50 bomb here. I'm not sure. I can't remember. This match was a couple of days ago. If you're wondering why there's no audio, I also have a new audio setup. So you guys might have noticed my microphone audio sounds a little bit different. Do you guys like it though? Do I sound better than I did before? I like to think I do sound better than I did before. However, there were one or two teething issues with the recording clips. Oh my god, we got smashed out of the bubble. And we even killed the super. But if you're wondering why I died there, it's very simple. I never stepped out of the bubble to refresh my armor of light. And that's a very important thing to do when you're taking on multiple people in a bubble. You need to step out and get your health back up to full. I didn't do that, and we got destroyed as a result. Very unfortunate. The other thing I was going to ask you guys was I have a video idea where I'm talking about pinnacle weapons, PvP pinnacles, and how I believe 2 sets of pinnacle weapons should not be sunset because they, you know, are not broken, and they would be Not Forgotten and the Redrick's Broadsword. I feel like it would be cool if those 2 got continued on, and we say goodbye to Revoker and Mountaintop. Honestly, Recluse isn't that bad now as well. Since the nerf to Recluse, it's a good weapon. It's an interesting weapon. I don't really have anything against Recluse, but Mountaintop and Revoker, they've got to go. But I don't think it would be bad for the game if the other weapons stayed. I really don't. In fact, making them, you know, or even just continuing on the perks on those guns and maybe re-releasing them, but not as pinnacles, but maybe, you know, maybe a different way. That could be an interesting idea. Trials pinnacle weapons as well, adept weapons, we need them. It's going to be a long wait. It's going to be a long summer, guys, but the content is going to keep on rolling out. So let's see what we did in this match. You know, it wasn't my best game. We had a 44 defeat game, but we died way too much. That being said, I hope you enjoyed it anyway. And if you did, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate a sub. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.